Everybody, welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. I'm your host, Gigi, Miss Gigi. So, I came across this article and I said we have to talk about this. Um, Miss Taylor Greene, Marjorie Taylor Greene has lost her ever-loving mind. This have to do in the courtroom. Everybody is talking about it, and out of nowhere, Marjorie Taylor Greene decide to expose that black woman fake eyelashes, saying that the reason why she's talking crazy is because of her fake eyelashes, and she starts to do a hand gesture with her eyelashes. And you already know it's given. She's been talking about them fake eyelashes. And why would you bring that type of energy into a professional setting? And, the black girl, I believe her name Jasmine, honey, she wasn't having it. And she said what she said. And I'm going to play it all. And, people are trying to say, oh my God, the black girl is so ghetto, they're so ghetto. Marjorie Greene was very disrespectful and ghetto with what she stated. But y'all only want to paint one side and push one narrative. And it's a shame all these black news outlets, they not playing the whole clip, how everything was started. So that's another issue. And I want to know what y'all got to think about it. I put the link at the top if you guys can hit me up on the StreamYard. And also I have the phone lines working and I'll put that up there too. Can we please get the likes? Yes, the eyelashes. And the Jasmine, she called Taylor Marjorie Taylor Greene out for being a bad build. Okay. So I'm going to play the link here. I want you guys to see some of the clips.
Greene for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's?
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde back.
Okay, so this is what the blogs are posting, but this is not the beginning of the clip. So we see Jasmine, she talks about if we start talking about blonde, bad, built woman, and she was referring to Greene. See, that's how they start it off, but that's not how it started. So when blogs do this, it paints a horrible narrative about these, our black girls. So here, this is the beginning.
Seek recognition.
Mr.
Chair
Chairman,
recognizes Ms. Greene.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
Wow. So Miss Greene, she's bringing up stuff that have nothing to do with what they're talking about, which have gotten everybody else like, okay, where are you coming up with this information? She's going to push one of her agendas like she always does. So Jasmine, she speaks out and like, do you know what we're here for? That's not what we're here for. You're going in a different direction. And nobody's going to stand up to Greene because everybody is scared of Greene because I guess she's working with Trump. They scared of her. So they ain't say nothing, but Jasmine spoke up. And then she said, do you know what you're here for? That was the insult right there. What do you mean? Do you know what you're here for? As if Jasmine here is a plant. And that's how she said it, like you're a plant. Like, do you know what you're here for? That was very personal. That was very direct. And did you see the finger pointing with what she did? So not only that, she continues to go on.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
You see that? I think your fake eyelashes, and she does the hand demonstration. Now, I want to point out this. Doesn't it give a different narrative than what the blogs post? See, the blogs didn't post this part. The blogs post just Jasmine, the black girl, talking about her body being built. And with that narrative being pushed out there, Y'all own people is hurting y'all in the worst way. And that's why people are like, oh, that's so ghetto. Because when you go to these black blogs, they only showing parts of it, but they're not showing the whole thing. They
Greene.
showing where Jasmine was calling her out for her bad built body. And only because she called her out for fake eyelashes when it wasn't warranted. You know, she's upset that Jasmine pretty much was saying, let's get back on what we here to do, let's get back on discussion, because your whole talking points, it has nothing to do what we here for today. And she didn't like that Jasmine corrected her on that.
Listen.
Order.
Mr.
That's
Chairman,
beneath
would
even
you
you,
please
Mr. Green.
regain
That's beneath
order
even
of your
you.
committee?
Order.
And they saying that's underneath even you, Greene. No, it's not.
Just
AG,
I don't
point
think
of-
you
point of
know what
order.
you're here
President.
for.
Well, you the one talking about, I guess.
I
you feel
think your
stuck in the
fake
courtroom.
eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr.
That's
Chairman,
beneath
would
even
you
you,
please
Mr. Green. That's
regain
beneath
order
even
of your
you.
committee?
Order.
Please. There's a point of order.
We have a point of order.
People in the background saying that is disgusting. And I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you think that was fair what Miss Greene said? Press 1. Press 5 if you feel like that was disgusting. Press 5 if you feel like that was disgusting. And can we please get some more likes on this topic? We only got 100 people up in here and we only got 32 likes. So can we please run the lights up? Run them likes up, and feel free to hit that link if you have something to say about this.
Mr. Lynch, state your point.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to ask the parliamentarian if your conduct here in raising money in connection with this hearing is referable to the Ethics Committee within this hearing. Is a motion in order to refer your conduct and your abuse of
It's not a
process?
point of order. Not a
Mr.
point
I
of
do
order.
have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you
meeting will
attack the
suspend.
physical
Meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
That's right. That's right. I don't know who talking, but she talking right. How dare she try to come for somebody else's appearance and try to embarrass them in front of everybody? That is very humiliating. You know, some people say, well, ain't it true? Don't she got fake eyelashes? It might be, but it's a way you conduct yourself. And she point that out as an insult. She wanted to embarrass her. She wanted to humiliate her. She had horrible, bad intentions. Hell.
feelings
Her
hurt?
words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby.
Okay, well, one person said it was a low blow, but some women do look crazy with them eyelashes. Can't take them seriously. Well, hell. What I gotta say about that? I think that's effed up. Clearly, Jasmine don't got crazy looking eyelashes. And if she did have crazy looking eyelashes, what that got to do with the tea and goddamn Canadian? Shit, somebody may not like what you got on or what your hairstyle, you know? So for people to judge somebody based on what they look like on the appearance, I know people do it, but hell, they got a voice too. They got a mouth just like yours. And when you're taking this position, you're supposed to be professional than this. You should be able to hold your tongue when you're up here at this position. And if you're going to discriminate and hate on people or dislike people or not listen to people based on how they look or their eyelashes or what they have on, you don't need to be up here representation for American people, because American people, they have all different looks to them. Everybody is just not conforming to uniforms. You know, they look different, different colors, different shades, different hair, and everything else. So for someone to not listen to someone based on having eyelashes, whether they're big or small, is stupid as hell.
Girl,
Oh, really?
don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are gonna
so.
move and we're gonna take your words down.
I
Thank you very
second that motion.
So who will have to pay us? Okay. All right. We're suspending.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to fast forward here.
Retract. Absolutely not.
So they're trying to get her to retract. They want Taylor Greene to retract her comments about Jasmine fake eyelashes. And Marjorie says, absolutely not. Greene says she's not going to do it. She's not going to retract and she will not apologize. Okay. And then they try to move it on like everything was fine. So I'm assuming that's when this part came about.
Greene for 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
Uh-oh.
All right, so there he is. So somebody in the comment section say it may not be right that Taylor went and talked about her fake eyelashes, but it's reality. Well, I think it's another reality too. When you talk about somebody's eyelashes, you can't get mad when they clap back on that butt. You can't get mad when they put paws to your mouth, okay? When they paws meet your lips, you can't get mad at that, okay? Because them same people you gonna talk shit about is the same people that's gonna have a reaction. So just because you got a mouth don't mean you should run it. Just because you got a mouth don't mean you should run it. Because them same crazy eyelashes looking people can also have their fist meet that upper lip. And then you're going to be upset and crying and shit.
Now,
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
I'm
parliament.
trying to find clarification on what
Chairman,
I didn't-
motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so
you just voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down. Calm
No,
down.
no, because this
I
is
would
what
like to
y'all
get
do.
through proceeding.
So I'm trying to
Hey,
get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
and you
yelling.
don't want me
Calm
to be-
down.
No,
Can you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise
down.
and then you
You're
can't.
out.
Greene.
She had every right to speak her mind and to be honest about it, because y'all just let this clear person say horrible stuff about her appearance. But when Jasmine meet that same energy, then you want to tell her, no, you can't do that. Well, why can't she? Y'all just allowed Taylor to do it and y'all gave her a pass. They said apologize, take it back. She said no. She kept that energy. And then you guys passed it. And as if it's okay to make those type of insults. So what, Jasmine's supposed to sit there and allow every person up there to pick on her appearance, but she can't clap back. She can't say shit about that bad built body bitch, huh? She can't say shit. Oh, hell no.
For 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a.
on.
So now the clear people, they said, we're going to make a motion to strike those words. But do you see how they do things? It's okay to talk about her eyelashes, but when she talks about that bad built body, then you want to strike that. You should have kept that same energy when she came for her eyelashes.
I'm trying to find clarification on what
Chairman, motion to strike those
What
words.
you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you.
And they voted to talk about people when they opened the door, when they allowed Taylor to talk about people appearance. They said you could talk about people appearance as long as they don't have to do with their personality. So that's why they gave it a pass to say, okay, Taylor, she can talk about her eyelashes, but I have nothing to do with her personality. So that's why Jasmine said, well, hell, okay, well, I can make a comment about her bad built blonde headed behind, because that don't got nothing to do with her personality, but it has everything to do with her damn appearance.
Order, order.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
clarification.
Look at, calm down, calm
No,
down.
no, because this
I
is
would
what
like
y'all
to get
do.
through
So
proceedings.
I'm trying
Hey,
to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Miss
games,
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
and you
yelling.
don't want me
Calm
to be-
down.
Just
AG.
I don't
point
think you
of
know what
order.
you're here
President.
for.
Well, you the one talking about, I guess.
I
you still
think your
stuck in the
fake
courtroom.
eyelashes are messing up
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on, hold on.
Listen.
This is how it all started.
Order.
She threw the rock, and now she's hiding her hand and playing victim. And they're trying to make it seem like, oh, this Jasmine black girl, she's out here wilding out. It's so ghetto and everything else. But Taylor is the one that created this atmosphere. She birthed this chaos. She came in talking about stuff that had nothing to do with the meeting at hand. And she got upset that that black girl, Jasmine, called her out on her crap, saying that is not what we're here for. Let's stick on topic. And she responded, well, do you know what you're here for? And let's not get it confused with your fake eyelashes, okay? And Jasmine, she didn't respond to it. She kept her mouth closed. She waited. She was patient. She didn't get off and knock her ass out. She was cool. So they said, Taylor, apologize and let's retract. Taylor fought it. She said, no, I'm not going to retract and I'm not going to apologize. So they made a pass or a law that said you can talk about people, appearance, as long as it had nothing to do with their personality. And then that's when Jasmine said, well, hell, let me get clarification. Since y'all going to allow this clear person to talk about my appearance, and every one of y'all up here are going to start talking about my appearance when you don't like, when I correct you, well, let's get this clear. Can I talk about that bad built Butch body? That bad built Butch body. That bad built Butch body. Then the clear, oh, no, we got to retract that. We got to retract that. Well, that don't got nothing to do with her personality, has everything to do with her parents. Then they want to clip it where Jasmine was speaking her mind and getting clarification and push it out here as she's the one that's starting this crap. And this is what the media has been doing and always have done.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
order.
please-
Just
AG.
I don't
point
think you
of
know what
order.
you're here
President.
for.
Well, you the one talking about, I guess.
I
you
think
still
your
stuck in the
fake
courtroom.
eyelashes are messing up
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr.
That's
Chairman,
beneath
would
even
you
order.
please-
All right, so she starts, and this is what Jasmine states. So Taylor Greene wanted to talk about my appearance in the committee. It's against the rules to do. She refused to apologize. The chairman ruled that it was okay. Ain't that some crap? And I asked for clarification about what qualifies as engaging in personalities, and basically wanted to know if I could talk shit about her appearance as well. You know what she looks like, right, y'all? People in glass houses. This is what happens when mentally ill people who can't read and follow rules, just don't give a damn, somehow end up in Congress. Now, what do y'all think about that? And I will also state this as well. I'm going to look in the comment section and see what the people are saying about this. They said they love trying to make us look angry, but never take responsibility for why we became angry. Make it make sense. So basically, they're saying that they are pushing a narrative,
Greene.
and they're only showing one clip, one side, and of the black girl trying to get clarification. And hey, saying, well, if it's up and it's stuck, and if we are allowed to talk about people's appearance, just like you guys allowed her to talk about my appearance in such a way to degrade me in front of all of you all, do I get that same equal power to do the same? Okay. So here's the clip that they were trying to make, and they cut it, Taylor Greene out.
For 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's?
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
I'm
parliament.
trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman,
And she's calm right now. She's just asking clarification. She has every right to, damn it. She has every right.
motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
Oh,
You
y'all did it
just
first.
voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you
You
don't
just
talk
voted
about
to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
clarification.
Look it, calm down.
And people are saying this. The calm down was so triggering to me. I almost wanted to jump through the screen. What do you mean calm down? Calm down? Are you serious? When y'all do some stuff, it's okay. But when we do it, it's an issue. And when we speak out about it, you want us to calm down. You want us to turn a blind eye and ignore it and just swallow it. And I'm so happy that Jasmine spoke out. I'm so happy for a lot of us would have took our tails and put it between our legs because we don't feel as equal as the other. Because America and this world has groomed us to make us hate ourselves and hate each other and feel less than hell. And I'm glad she continued to speak out. She has the confidence to do it because a lot of y'all would have just sat there and ate it up. And just would have say, well, I got to know my place. Shit, we need good women and men like Jasmine that speak up. Because shit, I know my scary ass, I would have just, Lord have mercy. I'm inspired. I'm so happy she spoke up for herself. What do y'all think about it? Comment below. Let me know. I'm also reading here. That bleach blonde bad built body had me in shambles. And when she said the what now? All right. So shit, that guy didn't know what was said. You know, he said, what did you say? He didn't understand it. He gonna have to keep playing it back again to get some clarification. So people are still upset with the calm down part. When that clear woman told that black woman to calm down, they said it's a tactic to distract from the message by attacking the messenger. Okay. And how do y'all feel about calm down? It seemed like a lot of people in this comment section, they have an issue when the clear woman said calm down to the black person. Do you find an issue with that? Was that triggering for you? Press 5 if it was triggering for you. Press 10 if you ain't had no problem with it. Okay, so I'm reading down here. The executive chair wanted to laugh so bad, and he looked at Taylor Greene exactly when she said it. Okay, so people are saying that they wanted to laugh at Jasmine comments because they felt that it was funny. They feel that Taylor Greene, she's built like Butch. Butch is manly. She built like a man. Okay, so she's calling her a blind, bad built body. You built like a man. You are shaped up and effed up. Your shape is built like a man, a dude. Okay, y'all know what a dude is. Hell. Okay, so when palm colors say calm down like that, they are trying to paint the black woman as an aggressor. Miss Greene knew what she was doing. Yeah, she did. And this black girl, she was not an aggressor. And I see some of y'all in the comments talking about, oh, so ghetto, so ghetto. Ghetto with what? Okay. Okay, I'm looking at the comment section over here, and it says, I hate when people tell me to calm down. Man, woman, black, white, do not do it. Well, they not only felt it was funny, but true. Okay. Yeah, they felt that she does have a bad built body. As a makeup artist, stylist, dressing appropriate. Okay. Butch could be about personality. Well, in the sense that she said it, butch means masculine. Okay. It's a lot of women built like men and men built like women. Yeah. They should do play Dozens with Republican versus Democrats for charity. I love me some Jasmine. She does not play. People, please look her up and follow her. She don't play in Congress. We need her. Well, we do need her. We need more women like her, more men like her. So Queen Not to Shy TV, I would love if you can hit that chat link and come up here and tell us your thoughts about all of this. Okay, I would love to hear from you and your point of view. I will put the number up here. Soon as I can find the number, I won't put the number up here so you guys can call in if you guys want to call in. And you may not want to hit that live stream. So while we're doing that, I'm going to continue to play this.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in over.
Not today. Yeah. Not today.
Not today.
Here's what we're not going to do.
I know that's right. Not today. They tired. And you better speak up and stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You know, this has to do with Jasmine morals and standards. She is not going to allow people to walk over her. You know, she is going to stand up for herself, and she would not be pushed into a society that want her to conform, to just be quiet and hush up and just to be there as a token Black. She's there to speak and to represent for all of us. And she's doing just that. And I'm happy that she had the guts to speak up against Taylor. So let's put it right here.
Sit down, sit down.
We're not going to do a smarmy apology. She has to actually apologize. And that needs to be up to Ms. Crockett as well. Sure.
She's not used to people talking back to her.
She doesn't want to say sorry to nobody for nothing. She's going to learn.
You're going to learn, Taylor. You're going to learn. You are going to learn. All right, we do have a phone call. I'm glad somebody got the number. All right, so let me put this up here, share it. All right, calling from 251. Okay, they hung up. All right, so here's the phone number if you guys want to speak out about this. I'm going to read some of the comments section over here. It says, what a bunch of clowns. I can't believe these people were elected into office. They are acting like a bunch of kids. And I disagree with that comment, because why is Jasmine being lumped up into Taylor Greene? This was Taylor Greene's doing. She created this toxic. She started this atmosphere of all this chaos, and she should be accountable. Y'all shouldn't lump Jasmine involved in it when she was getting clarification after she got insulted in front of all those people. Because if she wouldn't have said nothing, y'all wouldn't have stood up for her. So she has to speak out for her and people like her, because she opens the doors for a lot of us. Because if they can dare do it to her, they feel like it's choice to do it to the next Black girl or the next Black guy. So she has to speak up. What a waste of taxpayer dollars. What an embarrassment to our country. All right. So One Cool P, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay. Crockett is my congresswoman. I voted for her. And I think she's doing a very
Yes,
good job standing up for
I think she
us
does an
and standing
amazing
standing
job.
up for the Dallas Fort
Yes,
Worth
she
area.
does.
But what I also want to point out too is notice that the beginning when Marjorie said, well, some people call him Marjorie Toilet Greene. If you really follow some of the political stuff that's going on about this woman, not only that she's doing bidding work for Russia. If you really
What?
follow oh yeah, if you follow the politics of Marjorie, Marjorie's
I
been
don't
meeting and
follow.
working with the.
You gotta let us know. I had no idea. I know Russia is evil, and I can't believe that she would be even aligned with Russia.
Oh
Anybody in
yeah,
America could be aligned
the
with Russia.
Russians have put on their news media. They call her Moscow Green, Moscow Marjorie Taylor Greene. They call her all kinds of things, and she's working for Trump, obviously. Okay. And she's
Mhm.
already made it clear that she don't want to be vice president. She wants to be over Homeland Security. And the reason she wants to work with Homeland Security is because she wants to work closely hand in hand with Putin. Now, Putin
Mm.
and Trump, we already know Trump done said Putin is a very fine man and is a good friend of his. So
Hell no.
please pay attention to who y'all are voting for and who y'all are wanting to do what. And Trump wants to turn his country into a situation where he can have all power and he's going to run his country without all of the justice system. I know our justice system has flaws, but if Trump gets his way to fix the justice system, he's not going to fix it. He's going to do away with it because he wants to have all power and run the country like Putin, like a
Mm,
Putin ran
mm,
country.
mm.
But
Yeah,
back to my.
I believe that.
Oh yes, ma'am. It's this right here beyond the glasses, which I mean the lashes, which I'm disgusted by. But the beginning statement of Marjorie's is more disgusting than just the lashes. The comment that she made about how many of y'all here, how many of you Democrats here is working for Mergeron's daughter or working with Mergeron's daughter. First of all, do y'all know who Mergeron is?
No, you gotta update, girl. I'm gonna be quiet. Just school us. See, we need to be informed, and we need more
Okay,
people like y'all to hop on these platforms to tell us because the other people they working overtime to be plants.
right. Well, Judge Mergeron, is the judge that is residing over this hush money case of Trump's.
Mm,
It is said that Judge Mergeron's daughter is working for some political company, PR firm for the Democrats. That's why she asked the statement about how many I work for Mergeron's daughter,
mm.
because they're all everybody on the Republican side, most on the Republican side, is saying that this hush money case is about um, the Democrats is trying to keep Trump out of office. It's politically ran. It's politically ran by Biden. That they're wanting Biden is doing this because he wants Trump not to be able to run against him.
Mm.
And it's not really about that. This hush money case.
Mhm. So what was they supposed to come to the meeting and talk about?
Well, we don't know because I mean you have to go further back. I mean whatever the day-to-day Congress stuff was supposed to be about. But Marjorie just has a way of throwing in those kind of digs at people because that's how she is, and she's just doing Trump's work.
Mhm.
Period. I mean, this whole thing is just to do anything and everything you can to make any Democrat look bad to keep people from voting for Democrats. Period.
Yeah, it's a war. It's a
Mhm.
war out here. I think it's to be expected. When you look in the past, they always was a war, trying to get to the top of the throne, and people would do anything. Right now, we're seeing a virtual war when it comes to all this push insults, push
Mhm.
agendas out here. It's a war. Make no mistake about it. It is a war, and we are in
Yes,
a
ma'am.
battle fight.
That's why I keep saying, do people please do your research in who you are voting for.
But you gotta
Um,
realize the people you talking about, they don't do research. They listen to
no,
gossip and rumors. So
no.
therefore, the other side, they need to hello, they need to do their work too, and push in social media and push their agendas and all the stories they want to push too, because the other side is definitely going to do it, and they have been doing it, and they've been doing a great job with doing it. So
Yes,
people are
ma'am.
not going to do research. You have to really put it in front of their face, almost force feed them to get a reaction, to get any insight. They're not going to do it on their own.
Nope. But
So that's
originally,
what
that's
you're here for. So for
yeah.
you, your job, because you are the educator, you know what's up. So you have to tell us in such a compelling way what's going on here.
Yeah, I ride around passing out voters' registration cards. It's important for us to exercise our right. Whatever that right is to vote, go out and vote. But all I ask is that research your people that you're voting for. Try to learn what
You
they're
can't
about.
do that, baby. Baby, you
And
gotta
I'm
tell them,
understanding that
because
a lot of
if
young black men. I'm
you
sorry. Go
got to
ahead.
tell them, because if I was a Republican, I'm not going to say you need to research. I'm going to say, let me tell you about Waters. She wants to destroy your family. Do not vote for her unless you want your husband to be taken away from you. Let me tell you what she's done. That is how they're going to come with it. Okay. Now
Right.
you're coming with it. Well, you guys need to do your research. Do your research. Ain't nobody doing that. You're going to have to be aggressive. This is a fight. This is a
It
battle
is.
for your life. So you need to come with it with that same passion, aggression, and fight. So
Mhm.
you can't tell us do our research. Tell us what you know.
Well, if people are willing to listen, I'm willing to say it. But most people, don't want to believe you anyway. So I can give you things, but don't just take my word. Go do your research. I'll give it to you. I don't mind saying it, but I just like for people to back it up and go do your research. I sit around. I mean, I work from home, so it's not like I
Right. I
don't
hear
work
what
or
you're
nothing.
saying.
But
I'm just saying the people that you talk to,
hmm
that is not going to be compelling to them when you tell them to go do their research, versus somebody is coming with a rumor or a lie and they feel confident about it. It's not about facts. Okay. I think people
right,
get confused, feel like, if it's a fact, it's about what people believe. If you can convey and convince them to believe X, Y, and Z, even if it's not real, beliefs are more valuable than what things actually are. Because if you have people that believe one thing, beliefs is power. Beliefs moves mountains. Belief starts wars.
yes, ma'am.
If I believe you to be the enemy, then that's what you are.
Right. Well, they definitely have an agenda, and the agenda is if Trump get in office, he's not getting out. He will be there until the day he die, and that is the
And
agenda.
to them, and people are gonna feel, well, what's wrong with that?
Um, you know, didn't America start by leaving dictatorship? So why are we trying to go back to it?
Yeah, but okay, let's role play. Okay, I'm role
Okay.
playing. This is not my beliefs. I'm just role playing with you. Well, we
Uh-huh.
need a dictatorship because the world in America, we are trash right now. Trump is our savior. And shit, if that's the case, I'd rather for Trump to be in office for all those years versus he go into office and somebody else get involved and they trash the system like they've been doing. So I don't mind that. That's not a threat to me.
How's Trump your savior? What is he going to do for you?
Well,
What do you believe
anything
Trump is going to do for you that's any better?
anything is better than what we're faced with now. Anything. You know, all that money that's spent overseas could be spent home with us. Taxes and stuff, and we can't afford nothing. And Red Lobsters are closing down. It needs to be focused on us. I get so sick
Red,
and tired of the money going to Ukraine and all these other places. We need to focus
can I
on
can
us.
can I break down the Ukraine money right quick? First of all, that $95 billion, that's not going straight to Ukraine. They're not just giving them the money. Here's how that breaks down. True, they're going to benefit from it, but that money is paying for equipment and stuff that's made right here in America, artillery that's made right here in America. You know who that puts to work? People right here in America. The people that make anything, the smallest amount of whatever, gunpowder. Okay, I'm just gonna say it that way because I don't know everything that's needed to make the bombs and the weapons and this, that, and the other. That's made right here in America. So that money is going to a company that makes all of this stuff. When they get through making it, then they'll ship it over there to Ukraine. Like I say, Ukraine will benefit, but America will too, because somebody's going to work. Somebody's is going to be put to work, and more workers are going to be needed for that. And I'm just starting with right there. There's a lot of other stuff, the planes and this, that, and the other. How much stuff is there needed? How much just the smallest of thing, a cushion that's inside that plane for the pilots to sit on. Who makes that cushion? You see what I'm saying? So it's putting somebody else to work right here in America. But yes, Ukraine will benefit from it. They're not just sending that money straight over there. Now, another thing, our money in our own counties. Well, if we would fill out our census bureaus, our counting, when they go to want to count how many people's over here, if you show up at your local town hall meetings and vote for this, that, and the other, and it all starts with speaking up, speaking out, and let your voice be heard and be accounted for. All right. A lot of the Census Bureau, when they say we have 50 million people over here, but we got 100 million over here. Well, you may have more than 50 over here, but if you be a part of the Census Bureau, more of the money will go to these counties that's needed for things to be done. But we don't stand up and be counted because we don't want to be tracked. That's
Well,
another thing about those taxes.
well, you talking over my head right now, like you said stuff,
but you know, it's more to it.
and it
It's more
sounds
to it
like
than saying.
I
It's
gotta
more
do a
to
lot
it.
of work, and I don't want to
Yeah,
do
it's
no work. You know, when Trump was in office, he gave us money. You know, he gave us checks and stuff. You
Do you
know,
know? Do you know that the Democratic-led House is what forced Trump to do that?
no,
Trump
I
didn't
don't
really
know
want to put
nothing about
Trump didn't really want to put that money out there. Those checks. And then the second stimulus check that was put out there, you know why it was held up? It was held up because Trump wanted his name on the check. Congress had to get with him instead the treasurer and Congress had to get with him and say, look, we have already printed out the paper. The paper already has IRS, state treasurer, blah, 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 already on there. If we stop and go back and redo all the paper, imagine the amount of money it's going to cost just to redo all the paper, just so you could have your name on it. He wanted to make sure that American people knew the money was coming from Trump and not a Democratic voted House on that decision.
So he want to make this Trump America, then, huh?
Exactly. The Obamacare, or should you say market care insurance, which people tease it and call it Obamacare until it started working real good. Trump wanted to repeal that, but he was going to turn around and put it back to identical, but he was going to call it Trump Care.
Are you serious? He
Yes,
got a big old ego. He need to stop.
yes. The first
Mm-mm.
thing Trump said he's going to do when he get in office, not if, he said when I get in office, the first thing he's going to do is release the January 6th hostages.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. He said that's the first thing he's going to do is pardon every last one of them. Now, you got to remember, too, some of those guys represented guys and girls. Some of those guys and girls was part of that January 6th, was part of the Proud Boys. Stand by, stand down, stand down, stand by. You remember that crew? Well, those are the first ones he want out of there because those, I believe, will be part of his detailed security because he said he will be giving them a job. What job do you think he's going to give them?
All right. So Queen says, last thing, Messy, money isn't your worth your rights. I absolutely agree. I was just playing devil's advocate. I don't agree with those people and their talking points. We have to help Ukraine because Ukraine is our alliance. They are helping us not to become under dictatorship. Do you want your
Right.
rights to be ruled? I get it. I do feel like America need to help Ukraine and get all the alliances to win this world war, because make no mistake about it, this is world war. Okay.
It is.
Putin,
And
China, the dictators are getting together and they are fighting back and they want to control. It's all about control. It's all about
yes,
their ego. And they don't want everybody to have a seat at the table. They want to place this rule who's go first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, these are old men. God damn it. Can they please just go ahead and get on out of here? For okay. So no, I get exactly. I just wish that like you, Queen, and this lady here, I wish y'all would speak out more because I really don't see y'all, or maybe I'm in the wrong places. But I would love for you guys to come over and speak out more on my channel so
I
we can
do
get more,
when it's
because
political.
I don't hear y'all voices much. Like your voices is non-existent. When I go on social media, I only hear one-sided perspective, and it's not your side.
Right. Yes,
So in this
ma'am.
comment section, it says, and yeah, I think sometimes, I guess maybe how you come across, it could be so subtle. Like you guys just need to do your research. Like I said, we ain't doing no research. We listening to gossip. This is the era of gossip, whether it's true or false. People are taking the time to listen to lies, and they are believing the lies.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about gossip. It's what people tell you up in your face. The liars are not saying go do your research. They're going to tell you what it is and going to be convincing, and people are going to walk away with the lies, and they're going to believe it as truth, and it's going to be their truth, and they're going to pass it on to someone else.
Exactly.
Somebody in this comment section says a Black woman standing up against two white supremacists before a fake page, and there's a lot of plants that Russia get people in Africa to do to come to America to say a lot of stuff. It is a lot of plants out here in these streets, gossip
Yep.
streets. But before a fake page impersonating a Black person says, and they do impersonate Black people, they will get on these social media accounts. They'll have a Black face, a Black personality, and they will make up lies. And you think, damn, Black people saying this? It'd be a whole damn plant. That person behind the screen be Arab or white or Russian or whatever, child.
Because
Um,
Russian paid for a lot of that too.
yes, they do. I seen it. They get
They
African
trying to
people.
help Trump.
Yeah,
So
they get
Trump
African.
couldn't do it. Trump and his administration couldn't do it, but Putin and his people could do it. And Putin put a lot of, and they proved this already. Putin put a lot of money into social media over here to do just that. Now, Trump does have an organization called Blacks for Trump. That is a paid organization. That's what Floyd, what's that guy named Floyd, was arrested with the Trump co-defendants. That was what he was head of. He was paying Blacks to show up at different places to shout about Trump.
Mm. All
That
right.
was
Don
that was his
said
job.
you have to do extensive study, not just research. You have to study foreign policy, different forms of government to understand the government and structure. Yeah, I get that, Don, but a lot of people, they're not doing that. Majority of us, we're not doing all that research. We're going to take from whatever you tell us. People that's going to do research, you don't have to tell them to do research because that's what they're going to do. Gigi, you know why Black women going to over to Trump? They hate us, has blinded them and let them vote. Okay. So here it is right here. Like I was saying before, they said Marjorie Taylor Greene literally has a Confederate flag in her garage and a sign that paints Jim Crow as a good guy. Now you can
Mm-hmm.
speak. What are your thoughts on that?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she does. Then if you see any of her workout videos, you'll see it. But she's the one that's won all of the Confederate flags and Confederate statues and all that stuff be replaced. She's trying to get a bill together to have all those put back into place.
Now,
I
what
think
does
it's wrong.
Confederate flag means? Can you tell us what is that about for those that may not know?
I believe it was about the Confederate Union when we were divided, but we're supposed to be one nation under one flag. But it was about slavery, wasn't
Well, I'm asking you, you the educator. From my point of view, I felt, that was when the North and South was at war.
And they mostly was at war behind slavery.
Yeah, that was a part of it, but I believe it was more than just slavery, the North America versus the South America. And the North America wanted to free African American people from being enslaved, and the South Americans felt like, this is our property. Like, we pay for these slaves. They are part of our tradition. We own them. So no, we're not going to give up our rights to own our property. Like, you're taking our property, because the South Americans, they viewed African American people as their properties, because the African Americans in Africa, or the Africans in Africa, sold humans, which were African bodies, to these European people, England, who went to America, and they got those Africans and put them in, America, and enslaved them, had them do work. They groomed them. I know a lot of us, we talk about grooming. They groomed Africans, and they didn't even see them as human. They saw them as their property. They were trafficking, all of the worst things. They took away their religion, their God, their beliefs. They took that away from them. They took their language away from them. They made them, forced them to speak their language. I mean, it was a whole horrible thing. And then they lied about it, and they created their own history and pushed it on everybody else to say and repeat. And like I said, beliefs are so much more powerful than a fact, because it can be one thing as a fact, but if everybody is pushing this as a belief and people believe it, then it becomes their truth. So that's what I believed it was about, the fight
Correct.
against that, and it was more to it as well. In the North, they won. So
So it sounds like to me still 80% of what that war was about was slavery, the rights to have slaves.
to
I just kept it
own
short. Yeah, I just kept
own
short and
human
sweet to the point.
Yeah, but I would say this. A lot of times you can't keep it sweet to the point, because we're uneducated. We don't know. So you have to break it down to us, because the schools are not teaching us. The school is failing us. And we
And
don't
that's why they want those books,
understand.
those history books out of schools and burning books,
We don't
because they're trying to get rid of that
understand it.
history.
You understand it. That's why you can make it such in a short form and you can get it. But when you make it short in a short form and you say it like it's whatever, that's what people are going to receive. Like, okay, what's the big deal about that? That was so long ago. Okay. They don't even know what slavery is. They haven't even went their mind or placed themselves in that mindset. It's so foreign to them, So sometimes it's great to break it down so people can get a more understanding. And some people would never relate and understand because it was not their people, So
Not until they actually go back living in a dictatorship. Because I believe that, like I said, if Trump gets in, and I pray that he doesn't, there's going to be so much. You think there's some rights that they're complaining about, or people complain about? Trump's going to take away a whole lot of our rights that so many of our ancestors worked so hard for any and everybody to have, especially, us.
definitely. All right,
Yes.
stay right there. I do want to add that girl. Hey, that girl, how you doing? Hello, are you there? That girl. Okay, I don't know. I was getting a weird vibe. So calling from 404, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Speak on it.
Yeah, I know Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I kind of know the other, sister or whatever. I'm glad that she stood up for herself and she did what she did and everything, because that Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's she's just an unlikable person, and I can't believe that they allowed her to carry on like that in a professional setting like that for the world to see. And it looks bad, but I'm glad that the sister stood up for herself.
You know what it felt like, 404? It felt like this was calculated. I feel like she purposely did this with the intent to disturb the peace, to get more people to focus in on her. And I wonder, how is
Yes.
it that they get this lady to represent them? Like, what is she doing behind the scenes? Is she a plant? Like, this is so un-American for her to be so just out of tune, out of touch, just be so disruptive, the agent of chaos. And she don't have a care or shame in the world, as if this is the type of behavior they want to be normalized in these type of settings.
No, I think that you're right, but I think they was trying to bait the sister, basically to try to make her look bad, and that just shows how racist that the mindset of these people that we still going through today. We still have to deal with this type of mindset and the things that they do and try to set people up to look bad and everything. I think that something should have been done about her. They shouldn't have allowed Marjorie to get away with that. They shouldn't have that.
What part do you
I'm
feel
sorry,
like they made it to look bad? But I do feel like we have to realize that Marjorie, she is pretty much pushed in that position, almost like a plant. And they're going to plant her there for a bigger cause. And I think you think Marjorie is bad. Wait till you see what else they have coming up, because we haven't even seen the male version of Marjorie. Okay. So I think that Marjorie, she is just the beginning. But what part do you feel like they purposely tried to set Jasmine up?
When after she said what she said, after Marjorie made the statement about her eyelashes or whatever, and I thought that, looking back, I would think that that's some type of harassment, because I know in my workplace, I know you're not allowed to talk about anyone like that. Like, you will be out the door if you talk about people's religion, sex, even if you talk about the food that they eat or whatever, you can't even do that. Like, that's like
and it's, you know what I'm irritated about is we live in a day and time. You guys are adults. You're not kids. Those comments is not acceptable, and it should not be in the workplace.
No.
Her eyelashes has nothing to do with the topic at hand. Her eyelashes has nothing to do with what you come here to do. That is not in your job description to criticize someone's appearance. If you're not mature enough to sit in that seat and to tell your talking points without trying to degrade someone's appearance because you don't like it, then you need to get out.
Yes. I think that they should have corrected Marjorie right there on the floor.
But
and
they
right
did
there,
not.
she should have been
And it
corrected.
lets you know
They
the
did.
temperature in the room. And for Marjorie to be an adult and to feel comfortable, she felt comfortable in doing so. And she knew nothing was going to harm her. Nothing was going to get her to stop. She knows her power. She knows her strength, and she's going to play at it.
But we work everyday people. We work with these type of people all the time that are entitled. The white people that do things like this, they will attack you and then try to set you up and say, "Oh, calm down. Why are you being so angry? Don't be aggressive," and everything. And I'm glad the way that the sister conducted herself. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. But
Jasmine, I can tell you her name.
Jasmine. Okay, yes. But I'm glad that Jasmine got her get back, because, like you said, that they wasn't going to do anything about it, and no one was going to speak up for her. They would have blamed it all on Jasmine. They would have been like, oh, she was acting erratic and all that, whatever. But I'm glad she handled the way she handled it, because she actually asked a question, but she got back indirectly at her, but it was directly where everybody saw it. So I'm glad that she did what she did. Yeah, and I just think that they still need to do something about Marjorie Taylor, because she's a clown show or whatever. And I don't care what color she is or whatever, but they need to do something about her, because to me, she's the ghetto one. And she's always into something. I'm hearing her name all the time about something she's doing, and she's not handling it.
Because that's what a plant does. When you plant someone in a position, you know they don't belong there, and their job is to create chaos, and their job is to incite and provoke, and to pick the bear to see how far they can go, you know. So she is a plant, and I don't think she's going to be removed, because she's planted there by the powers at be, and she has the powers that be backing her. So she's not going anywhere, and it seemed like this is the beginning of her type.
Yeah, I think that something, I don't know, you know, maybe they won't do anything, but I'm just glad that Jasmine got her get back or whatever, because nobody is going to stand up for us as Black people at all. So I'm just glad she did what she did. So, but that's pretty much all I had to say. About it.
And people make it into the eyelashes. I don't understand, what the hell does an eyelash have to do with anything? Basically, she disliked her appearance, and she wanted to nitpick something. Marjorie been looking at this girl because she was sitting far across from her. So she knew she have eyelashes extension, and she wanted to come for that. If it wasn't an eyelash, it would have been hair. It would have been something. She is studying her, and she probably was talking about her eyelashes behind the scenes. I'm sure of it. You don't sit across somebody 20, all these feet away, and then come up with some fake eyelashes you can barely see across the room.
That was some jealousy. That's all that was. That sister is built nice. She's young. She's energetic. She's smart. She's intelligent. She's educated, and she's very beautiful. And Marjorie is a total opposite of all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm glad that people are speaking out on Jasmine's behalf as well and backing her, because that's very important. All right, 404, thank you so much. All right. Anybody else want to call in, comment? Any more comments you have to say? One cool B, P?
No, that was about it. I just, wanted to speak on that. I didn't agree with the lashes at all, period. That should not have been even said. And I didn't like how
you didn't agree with the lash comment.
The comment. I didn't agree with that comment at all. That was totally out of order.
It was an insult
it really was.
To degrade her, to make her more insecure about her appearance.
She tried
to call her out on it.
She
didn't try it. She did it.
I don't think she shook Jasmine's confidence at all. I don't think so. So that's why I made the statement. She tried it, because Jasmine's not going to be shook.
And I made a statement. She did it, because not only did she get away with it, but she had the whole Congress backing her and gave her a pass. But when Jasmine did it, they wanted to calm her down. So therefore, she did do it. She played the power card, and she got away with it. I said what I said, and I got a pass, but you can't say anything, because you're going to be told to calm down, and everybody's going to get on you. So it is a display of power that I will always get my way, and I can say and throw stones at you because you're a Black girl. And hell, You know what I stand for. You know my beliefs. Hell, my association, the people I back and the people I associate with should tell you a lot of things on my beliefs and how I view you.
Yep. I believe that Jasmine will find a way to come right back at her, but she's gonna do it the right way, you know.
Hmm.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that that went down the way that it did. And you're right. That was a political power move. It was a, as you say, clear skin against palm skin. But yeah, and it's a sad shame that we have to do things in a different way to get our get back.
Yeah,
And
and you know what I think about? I think about, 100 years in the past or 50 years in the past. I'm sure we never thought that this type of conversation would even have happened. For a Black woman to be a representation in Congress and speaking up for herself against a clear person, because a lot of people, and that's why everybody is not called to be in a position that Jasmine is in, because a lot of y'all would have just shut the hell up. A lot of y'all would have kept y'all tails tucked between y'all legs.
right.
Okay. In front of all them clear people in Congress, and it's videotape too, you know. But that was courage that Jasmine spoke up for herself. So I'm very proud of her.
Hmm.
Because she does stuff that most of us won't even do for ourselves, to speak up for ourselves.
Right. And Marjorie is definitely for that MAGA, which is Make America Great Again. My comment to Marjorie would be, when was America great to you? And because you say again, where are you trying to take us to?
Okay, well, let me role play. Can I role play?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I want to go back to a place where Black people knew their place. Where white was right. Where we
Hmm.
didn't have all this chaos. Ladies were ladies, men were men, everything was in order. And that's where we need to go back to. I mean, where we are now, everybody has a seat at the table. The Blacks got a seat, the immigrants got a seat, the gays got a seat. It's just too much. It needs to be order. And back then, we had order. And hell, the Black people, they were more respectable to us, they were more respectable to each other, and things were just more better. I want to go back to the day where things were better. What's wrong with that?
And that
I
is
don't
exactly
more.
my message. That is the again that MAGA is trying to take us back to. So if anybody that's listening to that role play and they listen to exactly what she's saying, there's an underlining message there. When you put MAGA in office, you are not going to have the right to stand up and say anything that you disagree with about anything. There's no more form and
Why should you have a right to go against what's normal and what's right? All these countries that are power players, China, you don't get the voice there. Russia, you don't
because
get the
it's ran by
voice.
dictatorship. You will
And
be
as
killed. You will be killed if you don't get in line. Just like back in the day when blacks wanted to go out and be free. You know, uh, if you stood up against Massa will have your
free to
eh,
do what? Free
free
to
to
go
do
out
whatever, free to do
and
whatever it
pout,
is that I want to do. Free
free
if I wanna go out and say I
free
want to wear all green today, that's my business. I want to be free to be able to
pulpit.
do that.
I mean, let's just talk about
I
it.
want to be free to have my own set of
I
religion,
can't even
my own
speak.
beliefs.
I can't speak. Okay. Because that's what's wrong with you people. You don't listen. Comprehension is at an all-time low, and the education of schools, it shows it. Okay.
But you're trying to
So we
bring me
can
back
take the
down to where I'm
time.
under your control. You're trying to bring me back down to where you tell me what I can do, when I can do it, where I can go, how much money I can make, what I'm going to look like, what my dress attire is going to be like, what kind of jobs I
Oh
can
my
and cannot
gosh.
have, how much education I can and cannot have.
You
That's what you
people,
want me to be brought
you
back down
people,
to, and I'm not
you
going to that.
people are so miserable. You are free now and you're still miserable. Okay. It was better back
We're
in the day.
fighting to keep our freedoms. You're trying to put
Oh,
us back in the Confederacy. You're
oh,
trying to put us back into slavery times.
stop it.
You're trying to put us back to where you dictate everything about our lives.
Well, at least when you guys were back there, you knew how to respect people. You knew how to listen. Okay. You were good at working in the slave and in the fields. We made you guys
And that's
productive.
why we are more intelligent
No, you
and
guys are out here
talented and
pound each
smarter
other. You should look
than
at
you
the
people.
crime rate in Chicago. You should look at the crime rate everywhere else. You want to be free to put paws on each other. You want to be free to go to these abortion clinics. You want to be free to do all this chaos out here. Stop it.
I should look at the ratio of how many whites and Mexicans and this, that, and the others getting abortions and blacks. I think you're wrong on that. Anybody should be free to be able to do
Okay,
whatever they
whether
want to
it's
do.
white, black, Hispanic, ma'am, we need to get rid of all of it, okay? And that's the thing with you people. You always want to play this rape baiting and division card.
And that's what's
Stop
wrong
it.
with most white people. They just want to dictate everybody else's lives to be what they want us to be. And that's just not where we're going back to.
Because we know right. We're trying to look out for you because you don't know anything. You don't know what's right for yourself. And it shows. It shows. Look what we did. We gave you guys black communities, and all of the black communities are ran down, and it's trash and it's
And
drug.
then as soon as we got powerful and started making our own money, look about Black Wall Street. What did you do? You went there and
Oh
bombed
my
it
God,
and
that's
blew
the
it up and
only
tore it up.
thing you guys can bring up. Give me a break. That was so ages ago.
As
Try
soon
doing
as
it
any of
again.
us started getting any kind
Try
of
doing
political
it again.
power, political
Oh
educations, this and
God.
the other, you want to destroy it. Look, you're trying to take
Oh,
our books. You're trying to take our books out
you
of
don't even
our
read
schools.
books. Stop. You don't. Your
Sure.
people don't read. Look at the education. Most of your adults is not even reading past a 5th grade level. Give me a break. All the programs that you guys had, you didn't use
That's
it.
not true.
You didn't use it. You just complain. That's all you do. Complain, 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 complain,
Trying to
complain.
hold on to what we
That's
got
it.
and to make it better. Nothing wrong with that. We're not gonna get nowhere as
No,
a nation if we
you
just
need
sit there and just settle
discipline.
for whatever
You
you
need
people think
discipline.
we supposed to
And
have.
Trump is going to make it better. He's going to bring the police out here to parole again. And I want it to be a place where I can walk in my neighborhood and I don't feel frightened by the thugs out here on these streets. I mean, these thugs are running rapid. And it needs to be stopped. We want to go to a place where we feel
So we're
safe.
gonna have just the Proud Boys and people like that Trump is approved of to be the thugs running our streets and running our police departments, taking away our guns, taking away our abilities to defend ourselves as a black nation, as one of our rights too. Is that what you're wanting?
What is wrong with the Proud Boys? What is wrong with a group of men that know their
White,
men
all white
that
men that don't
that
allow blacks in there. But go ahead.
um
It's not
that
diversified. It's all white.
oh
And
my
and,
God,
and then
you guys kill me with this. If I was sick, I want the best doctor to treat me. I don't want a doctor just because they're black to treat me. You want to play this card where it needs to be this person just because. How about you do the work and you earn your spot there to be the best? You want to be getting it handed a spoon without doing the hard work. And that is
and the
what's
way
wrong with this
that you people think,
round.
you'll never allow us to get that way, to be the best, to better ourselves. You always want to keep us down and under your thumbnail, what you think we should be able to have. You're not in your
Oh,
world. We will
stop
never
it.
grow to
Oh,
have
stop it.
anything.
That is so. Look at Michael Jordan. He is great. Look at all these black athletes. They're got millions and billions of dollars. We allow you guys to do whatever you want. Look at the rappers. We allowed you to do whatever you want, and it costs us. It costs us. I have my daughters listening to that trash music, being influenced. I don't want that, but because we allow it to happen in America, we are paying with our kids, and it's not right. I want it to be
And
stopped.
country
And
music still
that's
sings
why,
about
and
cutting
that's why,
tires and this, that, and the other, and all
oh,
that kind of
stop
stuff.
it.
They
The
just do it in a
country
more subtle
music,
way. You guys will
the
continue just
country
dancing
music
to it and two-step into it. But if
is
you listen
not
to the words,
demonic.
it may be said a little bit better than the
Oh,
way black
stop.
folks would enunciate it.
The
But
country music
country
is
music, Country music got to tell you a story too, and some of it is about some violence and about some racism too.
Country music is not diabolical. It's not evil like the rap. And let me tell you something about the rap music. We are coming up with a bill that when it's passed, every rapper out here, if you're rapping about a crime, we will use that and we will put your ass behind bars
I
because you're
think that they've already had that bill and it was voted down. And I
no,
do not understand
we're getting it.
why
We're
is
getting it,
why
baby.
is
You won't
it's
stop until it's passed. Trust and believe that. All of your
it went to
favorite
the Supreme Court already. It went to the Supreme Court already and they voted it down. So
oh, but we're going to get it. Just because they voted it down don't mean that we can't repackage it and push it again.
I'm pretty sure that's how Roe versus Wade got started. You're exactly right. Because certain people will get in power and put people in positions to slowly but surely move that agenda, like Trump did. Trump put in his Supreme Court justices that he knew that would vote down Roe versus Wade. Even though they should have been told all on bold-faced lies, what they're not going to do, and they're going to stick with the law of the land. But the first time Roe versus Wade come up, they said, "Yep, we're going to vote it down. We're going to vote it out. We're going to kick it down out of the federal. We're going to take it to where it's not the law of the land and then go back to the states." So when the states go to vote for Roe versus Wade, you know what's going to happen? The people that's for pro-life, they're going to get out and go vote, because the people that are for abortions, they're not going to go to the votes. They're not going to go to the polls when those are on the bills on the dockets to be voted, because we don't get out and vote in our local elections. So yeah, if you come up with a scheme and a plot, you can keep a certain amount of people down. Yeah, but we got to be smart enough to know how to fight that. We got to be smart enough to see it and act upon it and act against it. And that's how Roe versus Wade was able to get taken down. And Trump would brag about how I'm smart enough to get rid of Roe versus Wade. But you got an idiot out here that's in Congress and the Republican side that said he can do away with higher taxes. All you need to do is have these whites and black people to have these babies and stop aborting, having abortions. So he said in 10 to 15 years, taxes would be a lot lower because people would be having more babies. And more babies we have, more taxes would be paid through working. Now he said 10 to 15 years. So that means what, in 10 years you plan to put 10-year-olds to work? What are you saying, Congressperson? But go ahead.
Well, all I got to say is the reason why Trump bill passed on abortion, because it's God's plan. You know, when God has his hand in it, it's nothing that you can do to stop it. It's by
That's
divine
what Trump
order.
and his folks try to use to say to get that to pass. But what he did was he put these white evangelicals in there and got that job done. I believe that people should have the right to do whatever they want to do. What about women that need that abortion for medical reasons? What about that?
You know what? I'm not going to get onto that. All I'm going to say is God's plan, God's will always be done. And it's nothing that you can do to change that. Okay. So we will.
And that is always the way out. Just throw God in there. That'll be our way out. Okay.
I mean, God is in everything.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer in God. Yes, I am. But that's the way that what you call them, clear skin. I just want to say white people, but that's their way out of everything. Just we'll go back and we'll just put God in there, and then they have to back down.
No, well, I hate that you use it like we use God as political. You know, it's just our faith. It's just who we are. We are God's chosen. We are
Our
the
Speaker of the
chosen.
House, every time he turns around, he always says God this and God that. But then look, he's over there backing Trump right now on a hush money trial. But he's supposed to be a God-fearing man. I mean, he speaks and quote those scriptures well. But what's wrong with that? Trump is in there now fighting behind an adulterous situation that he put himself in.
Oh, that's a lie.
That's not the whole one of the things that Trump did with this case right here is his wife had just got through having a baby. While she just get through having a baby, you up here paying a porn star for sex.
That's a lie.
That is true. that he cannot deny. That he cannot deny that he did. Okay.
Well, you know what, ma'am? I'm not going to argue about lies because that's something that we don't do. Trump is a family man. He has a wife. He has beautiful kids. And you guys are just trying to destroy him because that's what Satan people do. And it's
Okay.
sad that you want him to go down so bad, putting out lies that he had an affair.
I would love to be able to send you some
Nothing.
pictures and some
Yes,
court cases
I
of
don't want to
Trump
see
and
those
some
pictures
time ago.
because
I
I
would love
know.
to. I wish I had them right here in front of me so I can read you the court dockets of all these women and young children back in the day that pressed charges or brought things to court about Trump and his bad dealings, his sexual
Listen,
appetite.
let me tell you something.
I
You know,
wish I could go and play you
I
some
don't
Howard
care
Stern
about
tapes when
none
he
of
used to
that.
come there and talk about the women, and especially the pageantry girls, and how he used to walk in on them when they was butt naked and grab their breasts to make sure that they was real.
Okay,
Even the teen,
stop it. I mean, you just
but
doing
that
too
don't
much.
sound like a family man to me, and he was married back then. I wish I could play you the tape. That's when he said when he talked about how Bonka, his beautiful daughter, how she's so pretty. If she wasn't my daughter, do you cuss on your channel? I'd screw her
No,
too.
I don't. No,
I'll
I
keep it
don't.
nice. He said I'd screw her too if she wasn't my daughter. But this is a man that
I
you say
don't
is
believe
what?
that he
Family
would say
man?
that about his own daughter.
Oh yeah.
No,
Mm,
I
yes,
think those
ma'am.
are lies. And if he did
No, I
say,
actually heard it myself because I used to listen to Howard Stern all the time when I was an over the road driver. I used to have because there's about only stations that you really could keep in certain
well,
areas.
you know what? If
So I
he's
actually heard it myself. But if you go to howardsterntv.com and put in Donald Trump on Howard Stern, all of those tapes and interviews and stuff that
I'm
Trump
not,
did is still there.
I'm not gonna
And
listen
and
to
and
that.
also while you doing that, there was a segment that Donald did on Howard's show where Howard used to have the porn stars come in because they like to
Well,
come in there
can
and,
we
and
just say
advertise
adult?
their
We don't have to say the P word. Let's just say adult workers.
okay, adult workers. Well, I mean, they're saying it now in the court of law in this trial. They're saying it now what this woman was. So, but okay, adult workers. The adult workers were coming there to advertise their movies and different places and stuff where they was going to be. And Trump sitting in Trump Towers, which is right down the street from Sirius Satellite Tower. And he would tell them, say, "Hey, look, is such and such coming in. She is okay. Hold up, I got this meeting to do. As soon as I get through with this meeting, I'll be right there." So he liked to be there when certain adult workers was there in Howard's studio. And another interesting fact about him, Howard has this toy called the Sibian. And the Sibian is like a pommel horse. You sit on it, but it has like these attachments and it does like really wonderful things to women. And so the adult workers sometimes would want to get on the Sibian. And Trump liked to work the Sibian. I mean, literally, like control it. Like I got the controls and going, bzz, 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 that kind of control, and then brag about it to Howard. Oh, I think she likes it, Howard. You should go back and pull up all of those interviews. There's some really interesting stuff about Trump and his family man ways. He's so
Well,
good.
what this I have to say about this: the devil is busy, and just because Trump was weak in his flesh and allowed Satan in, that does not stop the plan that God has for Trump. And make no mistake about it, God is using Trump to get America back. We are need to
Oh,
be
okay.
a generation of correctness. And for you to try to paint him and say all this stuff, I mean,
I'm just speaking the truth.
we
These are
have
things that I've actually witnessed and heard myself. I mean,
okay, we have all failed. We have all went down the wrong road. Okay. However,
it's not the
he's
person that I would want as president running our country if that's the way that he feels and thinks about things. And oh, I just
or
really
he's
couldn't
not
say it.
that
That's not that.
person.
That's not that.
He-
It
People
wasn't all
change.
that long ago.
People change. He's
That's a
not that
drastic change, ma'am.
person. He is older and he is a leader, you know? So, like he said, he's going to get America back great again. And why does that insult you so much? Like, you just want things to be horrible. You want things to just go to you. Are you happy with what's going on now? You don't even feel safe to go outside your door to walk around the block. I mean, look at the homeless
I don't
people.
know about that.
I mean, the
I don't know
homeless
about that.
people are out here in the streets. These streets are
There's
not
certain
safe.
neighborhoods that I don't think nobody would want to go walking around in, but there's certain neighborhoods. There's certain areas that nobody really wants to go walking around in. White, black, Puerto Rican, nobody. I mean, but I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna live my life.
Mm. All right, you guys. You know I was role playing. I did not mean nothing I said.
But I meant everything I said. Because to be honest with you, I was a Howard Stern junkie when I was out there on the road driving. Because it's the only channel that oh my God, it was just a lot of fun. It kept me up, it kept me going, and it helped me get Feed America, what I used to call it when I drove cross country. And Howard, yeah, Howard and Donald were great friends, and Donald would always he would call a cell phone. Hey man, look, and he actually did do those things and bragged about it. So a lot of stuff that he went on that show and talked about his life, and some of that stuff is coming back to bite him right now.
Mm.
And there are some court cases that if I would love to send those to you. Can I email them to you?
Yeah,
Just
you
some
can
court
just hit
document,
me
some
in
court
my
dockets.
IG. Yeah, but y'all
Okay.
better stop doing these damn interviews. All right, you guys. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed the show, please press 1 and like this video. And thank you, Cool P, for joining me and talking to me. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go on this time, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. GJ, where you at?